It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports.
Set to go, YoungBoy ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Former Heisman winner leading them out, the two-time Pro Bowler in his first 3 seasons, the electric Kyler Murray.
And when you have a guy like Kyler Murray under center, it not only opens up your playbook, it allows you to draw up even more plays because he's among the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league and a true playmaker. If flushed out of the pocket, he might even be more dangerous. The next step for him, being able to throw on rhythm and deliver from the pocket.
On play action, it's Murray. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. To throw, it's Murray. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They're led out by the former 3rd-round pick, now in his 11th NFL season, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower, because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker YoungBoy. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Their second drive of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when they decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And this is why more and more teams are getting their wide receivers involved in the running game. When you've got playmakers on the perimeter, you've got to get creative and find ways to get the ball in their hands. And here, this is a great job to get out of that initial contact and turn it into a big play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the delay, here's Harris. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw is Murray. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
They're going for it. This is Harris. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Wilson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So now now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This returnable for Ayuk. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play fake. Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Murray. And the catch made by Johnson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On 1st down, Wilson. That one thrown away from the pocket, and the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in by Knox. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Could we get a touchdown to this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And we'll see YoungBoy now for the Falcons. He hit his first, this one from 38. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
second down. Here's Barkley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Wilson. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 61 yards.
You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Dawson Knox from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Murray now on first down. Gets this one to use check. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards left on second down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Throwing again, Murray. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Complete, it's Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Left side here, that's the tight end, Fant. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
What's the deal, y'all?
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Murray going to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Throwing now is Murray. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deontay Johnson from 6 yards away. And the 49ers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to look deep for more. It got his man complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by Bird here. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A first down carry for Barkley, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saquon Barkley. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Murray now on first down. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Murray from midfield. He finds his man Johnson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The Falcons offense set to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.